Hi everyone, it's Lynette with Grammy Crochet. How are you today? Um, Today is Thursday? Yes, it's Thursday. So if you didn't see the Boggy Creek live last night, it was on Nancy's channel, so go check that out. There were so many beautiful blankets. I know everybody loves seeing them. I love seeing them. But it was on Nancy's channel, and we are up to almost 1,400, I think. 13 something, close to 1,400. I don't remember the exact number now. So that's wonderful. We're so excited. And I want to welcome you into my dining room. The place is a mess. I had surgery. Well, we didn't, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. But we're also cleaning out, so when you start taking things out of places you haven't been to in 35 years, oh goodness, the messes you come up with. But we're cleaning things out. So I know it seems like I'm just going to be sitting around while my leg heals and crocheting all day long, but that's not the case. At least, so the first week I had knee replacement surgery, if you're new here, and it's my second one in 3 months. So we're 2 weeks into this one, and the first week I was pretty much out of it on drugs, which were good drugs. I don't like being pretty much out of it, but I also don't like being in a lot of pain, so that worked out well. But I'm getting along pretty good. No more drugs, and now Roy is doing most of the work, but we are sorting through things. So, like places in the basement that you just keep shoving. I'll just stick that in that room in the basement. Just stick that in that room in the basement. Yeah, that room in the basement's almost empty. We have 2 of those rooms in the basement. So yeah. Then there's, we cleaned out some closets. We've cleaned just things, there's just things. I have a curio cabinet here in the dining room with all my pretties. That's been cleaned out. So we've been doing a lot of that during the day. We go through several boxes. We took a car full of stuff to Goodwill this morning. Mailed out some packages. If you're expecting a package from me, it's in the mail. So that's awesome. So everything that we've cleaned out is out. There are some things that we're saving for the kids, that they can take to their house or they can get rid of. Things I'm not going to store. Which, I figure, like, there's things from when your kids are grown up that you just want to not get rid of, like 12 grades of report cards. Have they ever wanted to see them? No. No, they have not. Why am I holding on to them? Nobody cares if you got an A in gym in 3rd grade. They don't care. Why do I care? Because I'm their mom, and moms care about that stuff. I mean, I understand that. But I'm not holding on to it anymore. If you want to look back and see what your grades were all through school, here's a bag full of all your report cards, all your school pictures, and then other things, trophies. I gave my son, my oldest boy, had like a whole box full of trophies, and he never wanted to take it home. So it's gone. All that stuff is gone. Well, the box of trophies went a long time ago, when we cleaned out the attic one year, which now we have to clean out again. But now it's cleaning out with crochet stuff, so that's kind of more fun for me. Mostly crochet stuff. Because I was going to, remember back when I was going to like use that as my yarn room, but then I decided, because my knees were bad, I wasn't walking up 3 flights of stairs all the time. And so I never really moved my yarn up there. But there is crochet stuff up there still. And I do have to break all that down sooner or later. But anyway, that's not exactly everything we were here to talk about. I did want to say that per the comments, it's overwhelming. I'm going to just stick with one channel when we're traveling. Anita from YOH Crochet, who's now she changed her channel name, and I hope I got this right, Yarn Tales and Hooks. which is real cute because she involves her Pomsky, her baby, into her videos, and so she kind of combined them together that way, which I think is real cute. So if you don't know Anita, go check her out and her little Pomsky Miko. He's adorable. She came up with a name. She was the first one that I saw say it, though. On the Road with Charm Grammy Crochet. And I love it. I think that's great. I love the name, and I think that's what we're going to start calling us in January when we hit the road. On the Road with Charm Grammy Crochet, because you'll still get the Charm Grammy Crochet. If you wanted to search it, it'd still come up under Charm Grammy, I think. I think you'd still get that to come up. So anyway, that'll incorporate traveling and yarn still, and or crochet anyway. So I think that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to start throwing that off my tongue to get used to it and get y'all used to it. But in the meantime, it's still going to be Charm Grammy Crochet until like the first of the year. Then I think I'll switch it to On the Road with Charm Grammy Crochet. So today in our travels, we went to I donated some books to the library. We donated stuff to the Goodwill. We went to the grocery store. We went to the post office. I went to my P.O. box, and there was the Hirschner's new flyer. If y'all don't get this, you should like go to Hirschner's.com, I guess, and I guess that's how I started getting it, or order something from them. Anyway, I got on their mailing list, and I get this book quarterly, monthly, I don't know. This is the holiday edition. Comes out whenever it comes out. They always have good sales. You know, their sales are always in here. And they sell yarn packs, and they have really cute crochet ideas. Like, don't you just love that? How cute, right? I mean, I love making bags, and look at that. Adorable. They have, look at this. Didn't I just say something about making a hexie cardigan, a hexie blanket for Boggy Creek? Look at that right there. There's a beautiful sweater in here. Oh, here it is. Totally love the cardigan. So you can buy kits. Sometimes you can buy the pattern separate. Sometimes you can get the patterns free on their website. But I like to look at it not only for the sales, which I'm avoiding looking at that, and just trying to focus on the beautiful blanket ideas and shirts and ponchos and all those fun makes. Like, so something like this, which is just a big square that you turn into, like, that would be awesome in the camper, because if it goes on, it probably won't scratch anything, you know, if it bounces around hanging on the wall. Like maybe something you wouldn't have to put away, you know, have a second home for, but yet you could still stick our maps and stuff like that in. Might be a good idea to make something like that, right, Lynette? Get on it. I have a lot of cotton yarn. So anyway, I love to go through their sale ad or their little flyer when it comes. But the reason that I'm showing it is because, look it, they have the Premier Puzzle solids in here. I don't know who all is carrying Premier yarns anymore, or you would be able, I think Walmart carries puzzle yarn, I'm pretty sure. Have they gotten in the solids? I don't know. I know that Juan already has the purple, which I saw on their website, on Premier's website, and it is beautiful. But Hirschner's is selling the packs like they do with a lot of their own Hirschner's yarn. So you get the variegated original puzzle color and then the matching coordinating solids to go with it. So if you're not sure because you can't see the yarn in person, like I don't think you can, I don't think like Joann's or Michael's carries puzzle yarn anymore. I could be wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong. But I have been avoiding yarn stores for a while, you know, because of the move. I'm trying really hard to not buy yarn. I know I've given in a couple of times, but I've been pretty good for like the last 2 years even, knowing that this move was coming up and how much yarn I already have. I did binge a couple of times during the last 2 years, but I've been not as much as I used to. Um, I like cut way back by 90%. And I mean, I like buying yarn, but you know, sometimes the adulting has to kick in and you have to be realistic and say, what are you going to do with all this yarn when you're living in a 28-foot camper for 6 months out of the year and a 32-foot camper or 35-foot camper for the other 6 months out of the year? I don't have an entire room I can devote to all of my yarn plus an attic and closets and, you know, all the other things where I hid all my yarn. That's all going away for a while. So knowing that, I haven't been buying. So anyway, I thought if you aren't where you can touch and feel and see the solid colors, and you know, you can look on the website and it's not 100%, you know, you never know exactly what that color is going to look like in your house, in person. You know, photography can do some wonderful, wonderful things. I can even make myself look good on photography if I tried real hard with some filters and put on some makeup. So anyway, I thought they're selling these for $22 and you get, or $22.99, and you get 3 colors, 2 solids and 1 variegated. The regular price is $8.99 for a Premier Puzzle solid, which has the same amount of yardage as the variegated. I think like they're priced the same, I believe, the solids and the variegateds, whereas I did see them in the later in here, just the regular puzzles, and I don't remember what it was, but the yardage was, I checked the yardage, but I didn't really check the price, but I think it's the same. So anyway, if you wanted to know what the colors look like, or what colors actually go together, Hirschner's put them together for you, and they're selling them in a pack. And like, I really and truly love this pack right here with the green, and this one with the neutral, and then of course I believe this one's purple and red. So if you're a Red Hat Society person, I don't know, do they still do that? My mom was big time into it for a while. Like, awesome. And they're all put together for you. So you might want to check it out. I'm sure that they show the whole, like, color thing on Hirschner's website. But I saw that, and it's just killing me not to order. But I'm going to be really, really good, and I'm going to trust that Nancy's ordering all the colors. And I'll just watch her. And then when I go to her house, I will touch and feel. And if there's anything I have to have, I can order it then. So that's what I want to talk about that. Then I thought I would show you what I've been working on. I've been really diligent in working on my Patriotic blanket that's living in this bag right here. And so I thought I would show it to you. All the yarn I'm using is Big Twist. I specifically bought it for this blanket for a friend of Roy's. Now the blanket is a crochet challenge from Warm Up America Foundation from 2019. Yeah, you can see that, right? And it was brought Bee Hooked. The pattern is from Bee Hooked. It is 52 rows total. I'm, I think, on row 31. And then you get a border down the sides. So right now I'm attached to the white. This was when I first discovered that Big Twist came in white in this big huge ball, which I got on sale, and so I was real happy about that, because you can never have enough white. But this is what it's looking like. So you start at the bottom of this, and let's see, I got my yarn all messed up in here. So you start at the bottom, and if you're doing it red, white, and blue, like, you know, patriotic like the flag, you start with the blue, and then you go to the red and the white, and you alternate 3 rows of this long wavy stitch. I did do a top in this stitch when I, sorry, my eye is itching. I did make a top out of this with a 1-weight yarn, or 2-weight twister from Hobie way back when, and I used this stitch to make it look like the ocean waves. but this is supposed to look like a waving flag, and I just think the blanket is gorgeous. Then the sides get a blue border as well. You know, big fat, I don't know, 8 rows or something of a blue border when you get it all the way done. Now, I made it wider than what the original blanket came. I think this was supposed to be like a lapgan, and I made it wider, and I'm going to make it longer, I believe, than the 52 rows that it's supposed to be, because it's for an adult man. And yeah, it's got a lot of holes, but she wanted something patriotic, and I love this. Now, it's taken me, I kind of figured it takes me about an hour, if I'm like watching TV and chatting and whatever, to go across one row of this big stitch. And you like yarn over 7 times, and you know, I mean, you wrap it around your hook like 7 times, and then pull through 2 until you get through the whole stitch. You skip 4, go into the 5th one, and then go back to make the wave. So this one, like, I went behind, and then on the next time you go in front, and you know, of the skipped 4. So anyway, Bee Hooked has there is a tutorial. I believe the pattern is still free. I'm not 100% sure. But if you go to Warm Up America, they have some gorgeous blankets on that platform. And then anyway, down the side, you know, we'll add the blue at the end, and that like gives it all kinds of form. Otherwise, it's pretty wavy. But if I hold it from the border, you can see. So, like I said, it takes me about an hour to go across with just like, you know, I can be in Zoom or watching TV or chatting with Roy, and that kind of includes when I skip one or miss one and I have to go back. But it seems like it takes a long time, but then when you hold it up, you've grown quite a bit with that, you know, because the stitch is so big. So your blanket has actually grown quite a bit during that hour, even though it seems like it takes forever to get there. But I enjoy the pattern. I've made a couple of these blankets already. I think I kept one. I know I made one for Roy's brother. I believe I made one for a guy at the camper in this same pattern. So anyway, I mean, I really like it. And I just wanted to give you an update on that. That's what I've been focusing on. Roy goes back to work on Monday. Today is Thursday. My goal was to have it done by then. It'll be done sometime next week for sure. If not it'll be done before I know 100% it'll be done before he retires on January 1st. Because this is for somebody from his work. But my goal was Monday. I don't know if it'll be done by Monday. You know, that he could take it to work on Monday. But we'll see. We'll cross our fingers. If not, it'll be done one day. I'm sure by next week sometime. So I have not done my wipeout yet. That's my other thing I'm focusing on. Then we're going to do the cat's meow. But I wanted to get this one done first. It's got a closer deadline than the cat's meow does. And so that'll be the next blanket focus, is to finish the cat's meow. So what have y'all been working on? I hope you're having a lot of good crochet time. Say hi to my honey in the background. He just got up. We're going to eat dinner in a few minutes. And then we'll see you guys in the next video. So thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.